What's up, all my Ewoks, Tribbles, Droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as that Star Wars girl, and today I am going to be talking about She-Hulk because I have found a type of love for this character that I never had before. I remember just thinking, oh, it's just somebody made Hulk into a lady, and my best friends was like, no, Anna, let me tell you everything that's awesome about She-Hulk, and I'm like, I like Batman. I don't need She-Hulk. But ever since, I started doing YouTube and I've been interacting with a lot of my friends that have, worked in the comic book industry, and, just hearing about what the whole shtick is about She-Hulk, and I'm like, I actually really like this character. And then for once I got compared to this character, and I was like, oh, but this is the first time in my life I'm actually I actually feel like that's more of a compliment than like me going, meh, it's a lady version of Hulk. It's not Batman. I like Batman. So the writer for She-Hulk has lost her ever-living shit again, because this woman, I don't know how, when you work for a company and you have the title of that company in your in your little bio on Twitter, and you're going off on people, it's like when you put where you work and you advertise that as like, oh, these are my credentials, I work for here, you're representing that brand. And for her to represent that brand and be kind of, a liaison for that brand, and she's going and fighting with people on Twitter, having Twitter wars, saying, not only the most racist, sexist, just offensive shit ever, insulting the customers. I don't know how she's not fired, but she's a whammon, so that's probably why she's a whammon. She can cry because she's a whammon. But she's lost her ever living shit. So let's go look at these tweets, and just to warn you guys, it is really bad. Alright, everyone, so this is Dane Schwartz. Remember how I said earlier, like a second or two ago, how if you're going to represent a brand and you're going to have it in your freaking bio, that it's, one of those things that you're representing the brand. You are one of, their liaisons to the fan base, or, to the world. You are wearing that brand. You are representing that brand on a professional level. You need to be professional. It's like if you work for any job and, you're in a uniform and you go out and you go start yelling, crazy stuff on, the side of the road. Like, imagine Mickey Mouse working at Disneyland. Mickey Mouse in Mickey Mouse costume, and then going out and, wearing, I don't know, a crazy t-shirt that says, I hope all, pandas die. I don't know, something like that. That is gonna get Disney in a lot of heat, because whoever is in that Mickey Mouse costume, is representing the brand. That's basically what she's doing. She's basically wearing, hey, I write for She-Hulk, hey, I'm employed by Marvel, hey, guess what, fans, F you! So that's basically what her entire profile is. And I'm gonna scroll down here because I just kind of want you guys to see it's kind of like crazy nonsense. And so she gets down here, and she fights a lot. She gets into Twitter wars all the time. But so there's one in particular that I saw that kind of piqued my interest, because I don't follow this woman. I have no interest in following her. I do not need her showing up on my timeline. But when she does show up in my timeline, it's because she has done something so profoundly freaking stupid and insulted the fan base that people that I follow retweet it, and that is how I see the stuff that she says. So I'm trying to scroll down here to get to it. Okay, so I believe this one. This is the tweet that I saw, and I went down the rabbit hole looking at it. So, fan gatekeeping is a profoundly toxic subculture. The people who think enjoying a thing gives them ownership over it. All right, girl, this is exactly what you're freaking doing, except you're not a fan. You're not a fan of this. You probably don't know shit about it before you got hired. And, you are just going in and gatekeeping and saying that fans, people that do know about it, that they're not allowed to have an opinion, that they're not allowed to correct you on anything. And I always do this test on these people, because I'm genuinely interested. I'm like, could this person, without using Google, could they tell me, or do they even know the difference between Wally West and Barry Allen? Do they? Could they tell me? I guarantee you not. If it wasn't for the Ryan Reynolds movie, could they name me a Green Lantern? Could they name me 2? Could they name me 3? I guarantee you not. These people don't know anything about comic book characters. They don't. Do they know who Diana Prince's real father is, or who Wonder Woman's real father is? Because they changed it. They changed it. There's different renditions of it. I know who it is from what my experience of it. Could they name me? I guarantee you not. She's not a fan, and she's gatekeeping. So everything that she tweets, it just is a very big projection. So, okay, oh my goodness, I didn't even see all of these. All right, so we're going to start at the beginning of this rabbit hole. So this is the first screenshot that I saw, but let's go through. So this, I guess she has an Instagram. I have no desire to look at this in Instagram. I did not want to. The fact that these screenshots are here are convenient because everything is in one place. I did not want my eyes to burn because it's hard enough to read the shit that this woman says. I don't want to have to look at her too. So here we go. Okay. I'm only posting this here to show how this guy has finally shown his whole ass. He is terrified at the prospect that a woman might actually genuinely love writing the same character he enjoys. I would tear his worldview apart. All right, first off, how the hell do you know this is a man? I get misgendered all the freaking time. Even though my name on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram is that Star Wars girl, people still assume I'm a man. I posted a tweet or I retweeted something saying how god-awfully, hideously drawn Captain Marvel was because she looked like a man. I'm like, this is a dude. This is a dude. And people are like, oh my god, you sexist, misogynistic man, baby. And I'm like, I'm a woman. What do? Block. They're like, this person doesn't fall under our, we can't apply our insults to them. Oh my god, what are we gonna do? Block! They don't fit our narrative. Block! So that's what happens to me all of the time. All of the time. So where on earth? Because looking at this, looking at the picture, looking at the name, nothing in this makes me, assume that this is a man or a woman. It's just a person. And guess what? It doesn't matter if they're a man or if they're a woman. Their gender shouldn't have anything to do with their argument unless it's like one of those bathroom things or unless it's like feminine or masculine, basically bathroom products or, that time of the month stuff or, birthing children. Sexy time positions, unless it's like stuff like that, that's usually the only time when you really do that. The gender matters there. When you're talking about a superhero, your gender has nothing to do with your opinion on what superheroes you like. It really doesn't, unless you're saying, oh, I like this character because let's just read this point because now I'm starting to ramble. All right. So this person, who I do not know is a man, or if they're a man or a woman, I don't know, it never says anywhere. But let's check out what this person has to say. Juicy J Revival. At Dana Schwartz. It's fine, Dana. Most human beings will not be watching your She-Hulk. To answer your question, when people bought comics, they were excited about the creators. Jim Lee, for example, a man but Asian, that should temper your range, was inspiring to young readers, girls and boys. Yep. The reason he was inspiring, he was driven and passionate, just about the characters he created and the stories he told that fit the classic storytelling tropes. When he created Image with Liefeld, McFarlane, E.T. all, they made a lot of money. The passion drove the profit. So true. That is extremely true. Now, this is a great example, and I always like to bring up Star Wars. So George Lucas, he had his entire career writing on if Star Wars was going to be a success or a flop. If Star Wars flopped, that was the end of his career. He knew that. Everyone knew that. Everyone in the industry knew. They were taking a big chance on, letting George and giving the go-ahead and, funding him because it was something the world had never seen before until he got Ralph McQuarrie to do some concept art. Everyone was like, dude, you're fucking crazy. And he knew. He had the story within him. He's like, I need to make this as a human being. I need to make this story happen. It's just a story, this thing inside of me, and I need to share it with the world. It was his passion project. And guess what? If he didn't take a risk and make it, the world would never be the same. It wouldn't. It changed his life and it changed the world. And that was all because he had this thing inside him that he needed to, let out and express himself. That is when creativity was at its purest form, when, George Lucas was creating Star Wars, in his life. And I love that. I love hearing about the making of Star Wars and George's journey through that. So look, it was profitable. When you care about something and you put your heart and soul into something, other people can see that, and it's very reflective in your work and how much you love it. That's exactly what this person is saying. Look, Todd McFarlane, Liefeld, Jim Lee, what they were doing, they were putting their heart and souls into creating these characters in this universe, in this world, and you could tell that. You can so tell when somebody is writing a comic book or a movie or even a novel. If their heart isn't in it, you can freaking tell. It's very apparent because it's reflective in your work on if you actually care about it or not. And guess what? The things that people care about the most are the ones that make the most money. It's shown. It's been proven. Come on. Everything this person is saying is spot on. Most comic success stories stem from the fact the writer is creating something out of joy, not hate or agenda. Exactly. Now, when there are example or the exceptions to the rules, like people that wrote, books or things that are like personal experiences or reflections on terrible things, and you're writing about it because you passionately hate that thing. Like one of, the best graphic novels ever made was Mouse, and that's, about, it's about the thing. I can say it. I've said it before. I just don't want to get in trouble on YouTube the way that they've been extra, punching down on things, so I'm not going to say it, but you guys can go Google Mouse and you can see what that is about. That was, somebody wrote something about something that was bad, and it was out of, you passionately hate that thing, but, you do artwork out of it to show that thing and exposing it for what it is. There's a way to do it and to do it right. Dana doesn't care though. She didn't know the difference. She couldn't do that. I don't think she's talented enough to do that or to even understand the concept that I just explained. What have I created? Nothing. That's not my job. Good for you. Good point. However, I am a consumer of the products you are going to try to sell to me. My larger point, wouldn't it be easier for you to write the stories you want to write and not try to force your way into an industry full of customers who don't want the shit you write? Good freaking point. Great point, Juicy J Revival. And guess what? I still don't know if this person is a man or woman. It doesn't matter. Every single point they made was based on facts and just basic, common sense. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman for you to, repeat facts and, to use common sense to explain a point to someone. It doesn't. But according to Dana, it's like, so let's go up. And then the fan gatekeeping. I think I saw this one, but it's let's see. Earnest question: do male writers deal with this? Also, imagine seriously believing anyone got into comics for money. LOL. I'm assuming any job that you get into is so that way you can get paid. You want to do when you're a kid. They tell you, what do you want to do for, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be an astronaut. That was me. I want to be the president of the United States. I want to be, a doctor. Okay, great things, great aspirations for kids to do. But guess what? They all know they're going to get paid for it because it's a job. It is a job. You're going to get paid. So yes, money is inherently, involved in whatever career you pursue. That's like saying, you're going to the ocean. Okay, you're going to the ocean. Oh, I need to get this swimsuit. It's like, do you need to also mention that you're going to go swimming? No, that's, it's just safe to assume that you're going to get wet when you go to the ocean. It's common freaking sense. Unless you want to be a hobo, I don't know why this is such a hard concept for her, but it is. All right, but so let's see what Juicy J Revival says. It's a connected medium with a character driven by its original source material. My question is this: why are you interested beyond the money? What makes you want to write about She-Hulk when you clearly are not interested in that genre? Again, great question. Great point. Why, genuinely, why do you want to write about this if you don't like it? If you don't care about it, why do it? And unless, you're getting paid a lot of money, which is the only thing I can assume is why she's doing it, because it's a job. Why? Does she answer? Of course not. And so it just continues. And I think this one is a really good point because I skimmed through the other ones. But so here we go. Men really need to take a deep breath. Again, how do you know that this is a man? And you know what? I feel like I should go and just copy and paste this person's exact points. And again, I don't know if this is a man or a woman. I don't. But if she was retweeting and saying things that I was saying, again, I would just say, my response to her, I'm a woman. Now what's your argument? Now what is your argument? You don't have one. You don't have a comeback to this because your fallback is men are bad. Bad men. Bad men. Men are bad. Men are the, embodiment of all evil. Bad men. Bad. And it's like, okay, but that doesn't take away from anything that this person said. And you haven't even proven that this is a man. Okay, so let's see what Juicy J Revival is saying. So, where on your Instagram is there a mention that you're passionate about comics? In a medium where frauds are spotted like criminals casing banks, how do you truly believe you'll write something interesting? I would say good luck, but that would imply you give a shit beyond your own upward mobility. So how about don't fuck up an iconic character created by a company that has grown the IP for nearly 50 years? Again, Juicy J, you're killing it. You're killing it. Oh my God. Great point. And what is her response? Men, take a deep breath. This person has a point. And again, I don't know if this is a man or a freaking woman, but it's true. If you don't know shit about the thing you're talking about, you stick out like a sore thumb. And, I know I'm on YouTube. If I talk about something, and I never do this unless I'm on a live stream and people are talking about something that I don't know anything about, I just sit there and I'm silent because I don't have anything to add to the conversation. And when people do make channels and they do try to talk about stuff that they know nothing about, again, it sticks out like a sore freaking thumb. And if you're one of those people that you just have, a very basic knowledge of it, that's fine too. And usually people are honest about that. But when you try to argue with people that have been reading these comic books and that have been invested in these characters for years, and you just did a quick Google search, that's gonna fucking show. And this person pointing it out, why don't you go write something that you're passionate about, something that you care about? Why would you sit here and fight with people that you've admitted to hating, that you resent these people, that you're putting the fans of this IP on blast on your Twitter, and you don't even care about the product that you're writing for? Why? What's the point? I don't know. It blows my mind, but this is the things that these people do. It blows my mind. And again, he or she, I don't know, is making an excellent point. It's like, where on here does it show anything about you liking, I don't see, I'm scrolling through, you're a She-Hulk writer, I don't see anything. You scroll through my Twitter, it's Star Wars, comics, Star Wars, comics. Do you see anything on here? No, it's with a person, another person, that has nothing to do with, where do I buy silk pajamas? Another person, silk pajama. They're not even Star Wars. I guess for her it wouldn't be Star Wars. They're not even like Marvel themed. Like, I know that's me being a little bit nitpicky, but I'm telling you right now, all of my pajamas, they got Star Wars on it. They do. That's just me. But it blows my mind. It really does. And she just argues with people, even says, I know I shouldn't engage with trolls, but truly sometimes I cannot help myself. This is the difference. A troll is somebody that doesn't have any points, which is exactly what she is. What? This person explains to you why you probably are going to fail, and why, if you don't like something, why are you writing for it? And her response is, men really need to take a deep breath. That's a troll. That's a troll response. She is herself a troll. This entire post is just her, really spewing projection. And then she goes up and she's like putting the teen in quarantine. She's posting gym pictures. Girl, if you're gonna post a gym picture, like, come on, don't post this shit. Really, if you're gonna take a picture of yourself in a sports bra in your house with a ponytail, at least, maybe with Twitter, when you have thousands of followers, maybe post a decent picture. I just like to also edit in real fast that I know that she can take a good picture, because look at this shit she posts on Instagram, because I actually went and checked. Look at this shit. All right, back to the video. It's like, I don't post pictures of myself at the gym, but when I take a picture and I send it to my boyfriend, I'm like, hey babe, I just lifted heavy objects, I'm all sweaty, oh my gosh, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to take a bad picture. I'm gonna, take a nice picture. But seriously, this is the type of chick that's fighting with you on Twitter about She-Hulk, and she doesn't know shit about She-Hulk. Really? And again, nothing on here. She's a writer for She-Hulk. Not a single thing on her feed is about She-Hulk, except in her bio, it says that she writes for She-Hulk. It's just her insulting people, her doing all this stupid shit, and it has nothing to do with the IP that she so inherently cares about. Really, this is ridiculous. Well, that was a headache-inducing nightmare. But what should I be surprised from somebody that went off and said, you know, the thing with the Rise of Skywalker and how this is the same thing as, you know, a worldwide pandemic. South Park ruined an entire generation, and much worse things have come out of this woman's mouth. It doesn't make any freaking sense, but this is the world that we live in. And in case you guys were wondering why I have crazy makeup on today, it's because I decided it might be fun to do crazy makeup and try to, you know, emulate like a comic book type character, because I felt that Marvel and DC, they're kind of hurting for inspiration, so I thought I might help them out and kind of just show, you know, women wear makeup and it doesn't have to be sexy. Obviously I don't look all sexy right now, but you can do little things to just make someone look a little bit more interesting, and I wanted to help, because from the looks of it, with these writers that they have, they need all the damn help that they can get. So I was like, maybe I'll do a little things here and there in my videos to try to help inspire some people, because I genuinely do want to help. But yeah. Anyways, that's the crazy shit that's going on Twitter today. So, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, that's okay, dude. Thank you for watching this far. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you click that little bell. That way you get notifications when I do other videos and live streams, because YouTube has ghosted my channel. Yeah! So, make sure that bell is clicked. And until next time, everyone, have a great rest of your day. And may the Force be with you, because we are really going to need it. Bye, everyone!